and the stimulus. But now they're taking it slowly with the president's jobs bill. Here to discuss is Arizona Republican Congressman David Schweikert. Congressman Schweikert, welcome here. It's a pleasure. Is the president's jobs bill going to see the light of day on the floor of the House of Representatives, or is there such nearly unanimous opposition to it or belief that it will never pass, that it will never actually even be voted on?
Well, not in the form it's in. And take a look what you're seeing in the Senate, Judge. Even the Democrat-controlled Senate can't move this bill. And I think it's because there's just so much bad policy woven in with a handful of things that might actually help and work.
Well, what in the bill might actually help and work? If it could be sliced and diced by David Schweikert, what parts would live and what parts would die?
Oh, look, I'm in one of those positions where the president, during his job speech in front of the joint session, actually called out a couple things. A couple of them were actually bills I have moving through the process that would help access to capital for small businesses. Okay, fine. That's something we can even do on a bipartisan basis. We can move those sorts of things forward. But a lot of even the basic economics in this job bill are almost bizarre. When you're starting to see some economists out there saying it costs $200,000 for every job this bill would theoretically create, I'm sorry, that's just borderline crazy.
All right, speaking of borders, you represent a border state. The fast and furious problem seems to be getting faster and more furious every day. Today, the Attorney General of the United States, notwithstanding the momentous announcement he made yesterday, was served with a subpoena by the House of Representatives demanding his emails and tapes of his, or not tapes, but logs of his conversations. What's your take on what happened at the border between Texas and Mexico and Arizona and Mexico, and how the feds dropped the ball?
Oh, it's more than the feds dropping the ball. First, I got to throw you, one of the things I'm outraged at is where's the Woodward and Bernsteins of the world? Where's the mainstream media press understanding the scale of this issue? This is an issue where people are dying. We lost one of our Border Patrol officers. You know, the outrage of what this Attorney General, I think, probably knew something about. We've already seen our federal attorney in Arizona have to resign. This is a big story.
All right, what do you think happens to Attorney General Holder if there's a perception amongst members of the Congress that he misled Congressman Issa's committee when he said he only learned about this a few weeks prior to his testimony? Is it reasonable to assume that he would resign? Is it reasonable to assume that his own Justice Department would designate a special counsel to prosecute him for the same crime for which the Justice Department is now prosecuting Roger Clemens?
Hey, Judge, I'm one of those here in the House that's heading towards believing we may need a special prosecutor soon. Look, Chairman Issa is doing an amazingly good job with the committee trying to put the facts together and get them properly laid out on a timeline. But let's face it, if it turns out that our Attorney General misled the committee, the honorable thing is for him to turn in his resignation. And then the next honorable thing would be for this president to stop playing politics and come clean on what his Justice Department knew and when they knew it.
Got it. Congressman David Schweikert from Arizona, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Judge.
Yesterday, the FBI alleged it had foiled an Iranian terror plot, but the main suspect